All right, thought I might drop something for Thanksgiving. A little bit under the weather, so if I sound a little nasally or I cough a little bit, I apologize in advance. But anyway, Thanksgiving is coming up pretty quickly, and I thought I might do a little presentation on Thanksgiving, or at least on the turkey, and then we will say a psalm there at the very end. So, this first bit of information I got from the National Wildlife Federation. It's a really neat website, and you might go and check them out. So they said nations often adopt animals as symbols. England has its lion, India its peacock. On the afternoon of July 4th, 1776, just after the signing of the Declaration of Independence, the Continental Congress appointed a committee made up of Thomas Jefferson, John Adams, and Benjamin Franklin to select a design for an official national seal. The three patriots had different ideas, but none of them included the bald eagle. They finally agreed upon a drawing of the woman Liberty holding a shield to represent the states. But the members of Congress weren't inspired by the design, and they consulted with William Barton, a Philadelphia artist, who produced a new design that included a golden eagle. But because the golden eagle flew over other European nations, it was questioned a little bit as far as being the symbol. Likewise, we were at war at the time, and so I think a lot of the fierceness of the eagle may have been somewhat predicated on that. So they go on. Some people have since questioned whether the eagle would have been chosen to adorn the seal had the nation not been at war. After the war, the Treaty of Paris ended the conflict with Great Britain, and Franklin argued that the turkey would have been a much more appropriate symbol. A much more speculative bird and a true native of America, he pointed out. Excuse me, that was a respectable bird. I misread. A true native of America, he pointed out. Franklin conceded that the turkey was a little vain and silly, but maintained that it nevertheless was a bird of courage and that it would not hesitate to rebuff the British guards who invaded its farmland. Congress was not convinced, however, and the symbol remained the same. I think it was, oh goodness, I'm losing my way here. As I said, I'm a little under the weather, so Franklin. I believe it was Benjamin Franklin who thought that the eagle was much too aggressive, that it stole from other creatures, that it waited till a hawk got him a fish and went over and took the fish from him. So that was one of the reasons why he was not particularly in favor of the eagle being the national symbol. So then I want to transition us into some Judaism. So that was kind of the history of the national bird and how it almost became the turkey, or at least the turkey was considered by at least one of the founding fathers. So this is some information on some Judaism, some Hebrew, etc. The Hebrew word for turkey is tarnagol hodu, often shortened simply to Hodu, H-O-D-U. Hodu is a biblical word for India, and therefore tarnagol hodu means Indian chicken. This is actually a misnomer. Apparently they confused it with the American guinea fowl, so they wound up misnaming it. And of course, the India comes from the fact that the first explorers thought they had landed in India, not in whatever country they wound up in. So the word Hodu does appear in the first book of Esther as the as India, and then it appears in several other verses as its meaning that we're going to take from it today. And so I'll continue reading. An interesting coincidence is that we eat turkey on Thanksgiving, and a common biblical Hebrew term, it is a common biblical Hebrew term for give thanks, Hodu. We see the phrase often in Tehillim. We're going to see it today. We see it in many of the writings of the rabbis, etc., and we even see it in our morning prayers. Hodu, give thanks. We're going to do Psalm 18 today, or at least a part of it, and I looked it up, and indeed, the first word, oh, give thanks, is indeed Hodu. Oh, give thanks to the Lord, for he is good, yea, his kindness endures forever. Let Israel now say, yea, his kindness endures forever. Let those who revere the Lord now say, yea, his kindness endures forever. When in straits I called upon the Lord, and he answered me with liberation. With the Lord for me, I do not fear. What can man do to me? It is better to take shelter with the Lord than to put faith in men. It is better to take shelter with the Lord than to put faith in princes. Hard pressed was I, about to fall, but the Lord helped me. The Lord is my strength and my song, and he has become my salvation. Hark, the joyous shout of triumph, and tents of the righteous. The right hand of the Lord does valiantly. The right hand of the Lord is exalted. The right hand of the Lord does valiantly. So, and in the end, towards the end, all thy works shall praise thee, O Lord our God, and thy pious ones, and the just ones who do thy will, and all thy people, the house of Israel, with joyous songs shall thank, bless, laud, glorify, and exalt thee, and in reverence and consecration shall acknowledge thy sovereignty, O our King, for from everlasting to everlasting thou art God. Yea, to thee it is good to give thanks, and to thee thy name is fair to sing praises. Blessed be thou, O Lord, King, who is adored with praises. So now you know a little story to tell over Thanksgiving, that the turkey almost became the national symbol, and that its name actually means to give thanks. So I hope you have a good Thanksgiving season, and hope you have lots to be thankful for. Yes, just be thankful, and I'll see you next time. Shalom.